Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of the Virginia Tech Show. I'm your host, Kent Reese. Well, I was impressed with Virginia Tech versus the Minnesota Gophers in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Virginia Tech did it. I got a lot positives, but I got a few negatives. A tiny few negatives, but hey, we'll get to those later. I love at the beginning of the game that we play some defense and got the block shot defense by the team. And yes, it's true. Minnesota is a terrible team. We'll get to that later. Defense, I love how Grant Basile and Justin Mutz and Sean Paduta played very good defense. And the other thing I love was the bench. Led Kid and Petit. I don't know, Elijah Petit came out and scored. That's happened in the first half. Petit is like 6'8", 6'7", 6'9", 265 pounds. He's a big dude, the vice transfer, and everything else. And Lid Kid, that guy can play good defense. He can score. That's the best thing about it. And we got our rebounds. We learned our lesson from the other game against, what's the team called? Charleston Southern. We got the rebounds. Could have scored more, but we got that later. In the second half, it continued to play good defense. The bench shows up, and it continued to do it. A couple of negatives. One, beginning of the first half, we could have won this at lunch. The final score was 67-57. One, we could have scored like 75 points at the end. Could have scored more if we didn't turn the ball over 6 times. Good news is we 12 in turnovers, so we got less in turnovers. We got to work on that. Number 2, at the end, we kind of got play a little sloppy at the end, allowed Minnesota to score a couple. Give them credit is due. Minnesota did make some free shots when they couldn't hit. Here's the one point out: Minnesota is the worst free shot team in the country, the second worst team. In Minnesota, they suck. They're not very good basketball team. Excuse my language for saying the word. That's the word, S-U-C-K word. Anyway, otherwise, Virginia Tech I think Hunter Couture needs to work on some threes. But otherwise, Virginia Tech did very well. They played defense. They did scoring. And as long as those guys does not get hurt, we're going to be good. Ryan Rice, we might be 2 or 3 weeks. I saw on the Tech Sideline podcast that Ronnie Rice is shooting the basket, not playing one-on-one, but shooting the basket. He is going to take some time to get recovered, 2 or 3 weeks, and probably get better. Don't expect Ronnie Rice to come up and be, this 4-star recruit. No. First of all, it's a true fact. It's hard to run the Mike Young system. And number 2, he's will come off of an injury. Good news is basketball season is longer, so he can there's no need to redshirt Rice. This was football. If Ryan Rice was a football player, yeah, I would recommend Ryan Rice get redshirted. But he's a basketball player, and basketball season long, he can recover well too. Well, anyway, over a couple of negatives, I was impressed. Virginia Tech will play a real tough schedule though. Virginia Tech will host North Carolina. And we'll go to New York and play Oklahoma State. North Carolina first Sunday, then Oklahoma State, and then Dayton. Dayton doesn't got a very good record. Question is, will Virginia Tech go 3-0 in basketball or 2-1? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, that's all I gotta say in the Virginia Tech show. Virginia Tech did very good against Minnesota. It was very impressed me. Anyway, that's all I gotta say in Virginia Tech show. Please like this video, enjoy. Please leave a comment, subscribe button when they help me out. And again, let's go Hokies!